Alrighty. Well, this is funny. This is my first podcast. Obviously, everything's going to look extremely rough. In fact, I just did this whole rant on on a thing, and I realized I hadn't pressed the record button. So, anyways, I uh, I used to be a. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Let's just start from the very beginning. My name is Angelo. Um At one time, I was a writer, but life got in the way, lack of confidence issues, whatever. You know. So in my life lately, I've just been, waiting around to die, basically. I'm in my 40s. The world is passing around to me. The torch belongs to a younger generation. You know, like Dave Chappelle said, let them do the driving. I don't mind being in the driver's seat. I just felt that I no longer had anything to contribute. But holy shit, man. This fucking world lately. I told myself I wouldn't do this sort of thing, or what have you, or nobody would want to listen to me. Nobody would care about some 43-year-old white boy's opinion, from Maine about anything. But that's the problem, isn't it? I'm not the only one that feels this way. There's a lot of us who have self-confidence issues, who feel like that we're being blared out. You're like, why would anybody listen to my opinion when there's more qualified people, more educated people out there? And that was my viewpoint. But here's the thing about opinions. Opinions should be formulated on fact, i.e., research, or i.e., personal experiences. And even with personal experiences, it can be a little tough because sometimes you don't always have the context. You know, so I you know, just felt like my opinion didn't matter. You know, but here's the thing. I am a white boy from Maine that is just fucking in shock. Just fucking absolutely in shock. I I mean, what is going on in this country, in this world? I never thought would conceive to happen. I just thought what is happening overnight were just delusional premonitions of, sci-fi writers, just guys just going to the effing extreme. Growing up, I wanted to live in a Roddenberry world. Sorry, it's a little pause for the drama there. Roddenberry, Star Trek, Kirk. All right. Enough of the inside jokes. Uh, but unfortunately, we have gotten a William Gibson world. We have mass unemployment. We have disease ripping through this country. We have citizens of this very country, of the land of the free, who are being persecuted and uh, the words can't even describe. I honestly, regarding the Black Lives Movement, the atrocities that have been committed, against a group of people, and all they're doing is just speaking louder because nobody's fucking listening. So, unfortunately, this podcast will not be about the BLM, but just know that, this white boy from Maine, uh, tells you, if you need to burn it all fucking down to make finally people listen and comprehend what is truly been going on in this country regarding treatment of U.S. citizens, based on their skin color, where they come from, more. I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to drag anything else into it, but let's just just Black Lives movement. I mean, every day my heart breaks every day, as, I consider myself an open person, but just more and more layers of systemic racism are being pulled apart in this country. And, like I said, here I am in a public forum, no restrictions, no friends list, no hiding anymore, you know. Uh, so, yeah, again, that will be a discussion for another podcast. But today's reasons for the podcast is because in this morning's paper, there was an article. Let's see if I can find it here. Weekend. Let's see. Hold on. While I'm scrolling here, I'll just tell you what it basically was about. Here it is. Some main businesses to find workers to keep doors open. So because of I'm guessing copyright. I'm new to this, so I'm just because of copyright, infringements or whatever. I don't want the ghost of William Randolph Hearst to come hunt me down. Because I broadcasted something with from WMTW. So basically, this article was about Maine businesses say that they are struggling to find enough workers to keep their doors open. And so, yeah. So basically, they just, went to some old codgy Mainers, with an accent that own a business, I up for sure, and just got one viewpoint, just basically portraying people who are staying home from work. And basically, the whole gist of the article is, they're just fucking lazy bastards. The benefits, they're too much. They don't want to come into work. Oh, I'm sorry. We don't want to come into work into an area that's primarily tourist, primarily being inhabited by people who just come into our state, no way of knowing, but people are being yelled at because they don't want to put themselves at risk. Uh, they don't want to put their, families at risk. So here's a little fact, to you, little restaurant owners there with your summer places that are only open 6 months a year and hardly afford any health benefits or year-round employment. The fact that a lot of your employees don't have health benefits means that they haven't been to a doctor. That hasn't means that they don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. Yeah, they may feel healthy, but they haven't been to a doctor. They don't know if I had a good friend of mine went to bed one night at the age of 43 years old, did not get up because he had an undiagnosed heart murmur, and he just died in his sleep at the age of 43. Several months ago, and this all just brings me to my whole point of this podcast rant or whatever. And this is the whole problem with this whole society being run by a bunch of capitalistic assholes. We are trying to operate things like everything is normal. Restaurants are trying to run the same procedures. They still think that we can still do things, not just restaurants, but I mean just society. We're still trying to do things the same way. You have businesses have SOPs, restaurants have SOPs. A lot of these restaurants are chained owned. So again, some of this, my opinions come from personal experience. And again, regarding my experience in the Portland restaurant industry, let's just go with the Portland restaurant industry. And this is what this article doesn't effing mention. This article does not mention the fact that southern Maine is one of the highest fucking expensive places to live. This article doesn't mention that in a lot of places that the back of the house, which makes all your yummy food, makes pennies compared to what the front of the house makes, who just puts on a nice little smile, brings you out your food, makes sure you have anything, has to put up with your bullshit. Yes, servers, you earn your money. But the backbone of an actual restaurant is the food and the people who make that food, prepare that food, especially in the BARD award-winning Portland, Maine. They pay people behind the kitchen just shit. They expect people with bills to pay in a city where the average rent is over $1,500 for a studio or a one bedroom. They think, oh, $12 is cool, dog. It's not. And especially this summer. The article was right. There was barely any help. So what that does is that overstresses the people that are struggling to keep the restaurants, open. You know, yes, because we are struggling to keep restaurants open for the economy. We are putting people's lives at risk for the economy so that we can feed tourists who should just be staying home overpriced goddamn motherfucking lobster rolls. We want people to put their lives and families' risks so we can cater to people who are just too fucking stupid to realize that order for this national crisis to panic, that we need to fucking chill. We need to listen to scientists. We need to follow history. Yeah, I'm angry, and the thing is, I used to be a writer, and maybe I am still a writer. And honestly, I don't know if I'm actually going to publish this or just use this. But the problem is I have so much anger and just so much I want to say that I literally cannot keep up with my keyboard. It just comes out too fast, and if I don't type it fast enough, then I lose track of it. Look, I understand. People need jobs, they need to survive, businesses, and the problem is the way that this was set up was to cause these emotions. You know, Supposedly we are the United States of America. Supposedly we are home to some of the best business schools in the world. Supposedly we are home to some of the best economists in the world. Don't just don't miss on this one fact. We are in this place today because of one person's hubris. This is not a thing about coulda, woulda, shoulda. This system, the way everything was implemented or what have you, I don't know if I'm paranoid, but there's a part of me that thinks that this was done on purpose so that you have landlords hating renters, you have employees hating, bosses, because everybody, and I do mean fucking everybody, is in a bad mood. Everybody's miserable. For those, like I mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned or not, but I am a cab driver, and so for the last 20 years. And never in my life have I dealt with so much misery. You know, I'm on the front lines. I'm the front lines like a restaurant. I mean, I'm front lines like a hospital worker. I am a necessity. And that is one reason why I left my restaurant gig that I've had every summer for the last 5 years. Why I had to leave my kitchen manager, who I respect very much. He was probably the best boss I ever had, and I just had to go, fuck it, I'm out of here because I'm also a crazy person, and my mentality just cannot wrap around the fact that here I am in a national crisis, and what is my contribution? You know, making sure that entitled people, don't miss out on their summer that they rightly deserve. Fuck that noise. And again, I am sorry to the people that I left behind who still stayed in the kitchen, but it was my only part-time job. It was the job that paid absolutely shit. That just covered one bill, and it was causing the majority of stress in my life. Because my other job, my profession, not my side gig, not my something to do on my side, but my profession and something that was actually my whole lifestyle for many, many years, is what I believe is essential. I am a cab driver. I'm not an Uber driver. I don't get to pick and choose my fares. I got to take what I got to take. And the thing is, and I'm telling you, I don't really have what is considered, you know, taxi to cab confessions type fares. I don't have anything sexy or, you know, because what it's been since this broke out is just fucking real people, man. Real people who are just trying to make it day to day. Real people who are wondering if they're going to be evicted. Small businesses owners who wondering if they're going to able to succeed. Small business owners who had a dream of opening up a business, but now that's just I I mean people there are so many people that have fallen off the wagon. I mean sobriety, recovery, you know, uh, on a personal note, I've been in recovery for 5 months, but I've had a partner in my life who's supported me very much. But I know I'm a lucky son of a bitch. And I don't fault people who've fallen off the wagon. It's hard enough to quell your fucking demons with everything else just being thrown in your fucking face. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to publish this. I don't know if I'm going to do more of these. But I would like other people's opinions. If I do publish this, I'm sure I'm going to get comments from all over. I'm sure I'm going to get some fucking angry, lifelong Mainers, you know, making a comment here or there. Yeah. But here's the thing, man. I have led the life that I have led. I've had the experiences that I've experienced. And if it wasn't for good people in my life, then I wouldn't be, you know, as aware or have the opinions I have. You know, I consider myself, very lucky. I'm especially because I'm an asshole. Oh yeah, I'm just a fucking asshole. This is the only, my only venue I need to get this out because I deal with the general public in my professional level. I cannot add to their misery. I cannot add to their bad day. I have to be pleasant as possible, even though all your stories and everything I see is just fucking tearing me up, and it should be tearing everybody up, and I do mean everybody up. I just can't believe that there are just really that many powerful people, that just do the stage and pony, you know. Uh, no, no, I'm going on 19 minutes here, so let's just wrap this up. So basically, this is my angry. So this started off with the restaurant article, and basically the article basically stating, portraying people as lazy, bastards. Well, WMTW. I don't know if any of you guys went to journalism school or what have you, or but when you write an article, you need to get three sources. You depended on one source, obviously someone with their own agenda and their own personal opinion, to allow someone, to be broadcast on the air without an editorial disclosure or what have you. Basically, WMTW, you are telling people that people who are afraid to work in an environment which has so many random elements, no fucking control, and people obviously not wearing masks. And don't tell me, because I have been in several stores, especially in the southern Maine area, with pickup trucks and Confederate hats that actually have signs outside their windows that say masks not required. And meanwhile, our cases are going up. Servers should be scared for their fucking life. Especially when you have bosses that say, hey, okay, let's have a wedding with over 65 people. And look at the consequences of that. You are depending on your bosses to make smart decisions regarding not only your health and safety, but that of your family. So, WMTW, fuck you for saying that we are lazy bastards and we, because of the tit of the government, or that, just such a fucking welfare, recycled 80s welfare queen fucking argument. you know, you should have shut everything down. Everything down. We've let sheep, dictate our health. So yeah, WMTW, I know you're a corporate entity, and I know you got to, and real journalism is no longer a thing. My shout out to WMT, 13 being owned by Sinclair there. Fuck you too, just on general principle. If you truly fear for your family and you're in an environment that cannot be controlled, then yes, you have a right to stay home. Are there people that abuse the system? Of course there is. But that's not who the system is designed for. All right. So, everybody out there, I want you to be safe. Wear your masks. Oh, wow. You can't really do this with headphones, but make sure you got your masks on. Remember, superheroes wear masks. All right. Peace out. I might be back with another one. I might have this. No, but thank you for all listening. I hope any of this made sense. I hope to do more of these, and I actually hope to, discuss things with other people. You know, my before I go, I just wanted to do a shout out to the people who have been speaking up for what is wrong for many a time, while the rest of us just hid. I want to say thank you to all the essential workers who are out there. Doctors, nurses, grocery store clerks, and I know firsthand you guys are just being put under a lot of stress. And I'm sorry again. Sorry I wasn't as strong as you guys, but yeah, I can only handle wrongness for so long. I don't have responsibilities. I don't have a family to feed. So, for those of you who have to sacrifice your morals and principles to provide for others, I love you and I understand you. And don't be judged. All right, peace out. This is my first one. Very rough. This is going to be a learning experience for all of us. Thinking about some intros, outros. Leave your comments. Obviously, I can't put this on YouTube, so hit like and subscribe, I guess.